This is Lisa Dettell from the Hutchinson Veterans Outreach Program, and I'm here with Dave Skoog, and we are going to talk about the wall that's going to be coming to visit. Right now we're out here at one of the parks in Hutchinson, and we're at 1150 Benjamin Street, Hutchinson, Minnesota. So Dave, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, we're out here in an open field for a number of reasons. The wall that we have coming to Hutchinson is actually run by the wall in Washington, D.C., the Veterans or the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C. There are a couple of other walls out there, but they're not associated with Washington. They're very strict on what we can do. So 99% of the parks in town did not qualify because we had lights shining on the wall at night from parking areas. We had concerts going, we had campers going, we had walking trails. The first negative thing they had was walking trails. Well, Hutchinson's got a great park system with walking trails. That did not work for this. So, and they didn't want any kids' activities next door, bicycles, noises, chickens and pigs and whatever else was going on. So we ended up here, and this is going to actually work out really, really well. It's open field. We have limited view in the background, which they like, and there's virtually no noise here. They want you to look at the wall and hear absolutely nothing. So that's where we're at with that.
Very good, very good. It is a memorial and should be treated as such.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the memorial. How big is this? How many?
This is 3/4 the size of the Vietnam Wall in Washington. It's 375 feet long versus 500 feet in Washington. It's got the same names on this wall as they do in Washington, 58,281 that were lost in that war, men and some ladies. So it's going to be a very nice tribute to those people, and they want that no sight and no sound outside of the wall for that purpose. It's a sacred zone.
Exactly, exactly. Now I understand there are going to be rubbings that you can take from the wall.
Yes, we will have a visitor tent here with people manning that tent virtually 24 hours a day. They will have the names of every person on that wall. And if you find the one that you like, they'll give you the wall panel that it's on, what row it's on, and then we do have 2 guides that will take you out to the wall if you like that. You can go out by yourself, but if you can't find it, we do have guides. And then if you do want rubbings of your loved one, we do have the paper and the pencils. You go out and you put the paper on the wall, you rub on that wall, and the name will come right out on the paper. So it's a good remembrance. I've got a couple people I'm going to do that for and send to their family in, what do we call them, the little glass cages, you know.
Okay.
And they're going to really like that. They don't know they're coming yet, but they will.
That is so nice. Now this is just a Veterans Memorial.
This is just a Vietnam Veterans. This is only for Vietnam veterans, all 58,281.
Which is way too many.
It's way too many. And one of the purposes that I had to get this wall here was to show numbers have to have a meaning. You can tell me any number you want. 5, 10, 100, 1,000 doesn't mean anything, but when you see 100 names, you see 1,000 names, you see 10,000 names, that number means a whole lot different than just looking at a number on a piece of paper.
Exactly. And these are not numbered. These are lost brothers and sisters and soldiers and brothers in arms. And
there's a lot of families that were not feeling well after this, and this is a place to heal. And that's why they want the quietness and the no external sights. They want people to go up there, visit with their long-lost loved one, and get that healing feeling.
Exactly, exactly. It's been a long time coming. I don't think we've ever had anything this big, come here.
No, this is actually a once-in-a-lifetime situation for Hutchinson. They virtually will not come back to this site again. So we're very fortunate and honored to have this wall here. It's taken 4 years to get it for a number of reasons. The itinerary, they try to keep this somewhat of a straight line. They don't want to go from Alaska to California to Florida. They want to keep it in somewhat of a straight line. It's coming from Indiana today. It'll be in Hutchinson all next week. And then it's going to Butte, Montana after that. Somewhat of a straight line, then going into California. And another one was the weeks of the summer or the fall. What have you got going in your city? We don't want it to coincide with a county fair, a water carnival, a symphony, a citywide garage sale. We want this to be exactly one thing, and that's the wall that heals. So all of those factors played into this to get the wall here on this date this year.
That is so nice. And I'm glad everything could work out that way.
We're very,
a lot.
Yes, we've been on this since December when we were notified that we were getting the wall here. So my wife, Pat Lang, has just been doing an extraordinary job on the tech end of it and getting out and seeing people, talking to people. She's not afraid to speak to people, groups, and we were at the fair. Yesterday she handed out hundreds and hundreds more cards again. We've been to 43 cities handing out brochures and cards to all the businesses. We've been in 4 parades where we've got a giant banner made by Crow River Signs in town. That was a beautiful banner. And we've had Boy Scouts helping us out, Girl Scouts, neighbor people. The people that have helped us on this project are outstanding, whether it's in-kind services or monetary donations. Anything that we need, somebody has come forward and volunteered.
That is so
It's unbelievable.
It's amazing how our Hutchinson community just pulls together.
All of the projects we've done, we've had nothing but volunteers, donations, and patriotism. It's been so easy that way to get this done. Some people say, well, you put a lot of work into this. Well, I don't call it work, I call it fulfillment.
Exactly.
It makes me feel better when other people feel better. So
Exactly.
Mhm.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how this is going to arrive?
Okay, it's coming from Indiana tonight or tomorrow morning early. It's going to go into Glencoe by the high school in the north end of town. They want this to go through at least one city before it gets to the site. We were going to go through Bisky too, but that route was declined because the roundabout is not finished yet on Airport Road. So we went another route out, a truck route out number 3 to the west from Glencoe to the Lake Marion intersection, and then it's coming all the way down 15 on the Main Street north. And then we will turn on Washington Avenue to the right, past the State Theater, getting to the VFW parking lot and the Farmers Market intersection. Take another right, go south on Adams Street until you get to Fifth Avenue again, go east, and go down about 8-9 blocks, and we'll be at the site. And we will have signs up all over town and getting into town, so people will know from any direction where this wall is going to be.
Very nice, very nice. I know one of the other things is it's coming in with an escort.
Yes, it is. This is going to be an extraordinary escort tomorrow at approximately 12:20 to 12:30 in Hutchinson. It's leaving Glencoe. Kickstands are up at 2 o'clock there. It's going out to the turnoff by number 3 and 15 by Lake Marion. Coming into town about 2:20 to 2:30. And there's going to be, we're guessing, over 300 motorcycles escorting this in with police and fire escort. Fire truck. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a great sight. It's going to be patriotic. We've got Mary Hodson from the Chamber is going to be putting out emails to all the businesses that this is coming through town at this time. Please come outside and wave a flag or say, yell hi, whatever it takes to show your patriotism. And I know that's going to be a lot of people on the streets. But all the way from Menards all the way down to Library Square, then there are people that are going to be at the VFW parking lot just for the site. Anywhere
we're going to try to set up as well.
And that will be, it's going to be a phenomenal sight and sound experience.
Exactly. You know, it's been a long time coming. We have rather large Vietnam veteran population still in Hutch. And I am really hoping that they can get onto it. It's very healing to see and to hear with your own thoughts.
And it's going to be open 24 hours a day once it gets set up. You can actually come at about 3 o'clock on Wednesday. It should be all set up by then. And Thursday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. there's going to be opening ceremonies, and open 24 hours a day. We've heard that some of the veterans that are maybe suffering from PTSD, or they don't want to be around a crowd of people, they will be coming after midnight and just sitting in the benches and looking. We'll have 5 benches outside the sacred ark that will be here for 5 days, and they can just sit and look at the wall and talk to their lost buddies and heal. That's the whole thing about this, to heal. A lot of people have never been to Washington, and they'll never get to Washington. 90%, I'm just guessing at 90%. So here is a great chance to come and see your loved ones and see the numbers, or the names that are associated with the numbers.
Exactly.
It's crazy. I personally lost 87 of my helicopter aviators in my 2 companies in Vietnam. It's a lot of people, and that just makes up one little dot on the wall. So
Exactly. And at that time, even if you come here midnight, 1 o'clock,
yep.
there will be somebody here
Yes.
to help you.
There's 24-hour guards. There's guides here. The education center is open. Lights on there. Not real bright lights on the education center, but there will be a soft glow over the top of the wall. You can see what you're doing out there. And we will have handicapped parking spaces. We do have a large parking spot to the west on the old right-of-way building. And we will have 2 5-person golf carts that will take anybody that wants to, that can't walk that far, up to the wall. And I believe they will let them use their walkers or wheelchairs up there if they like. But we'll get them there. So we're having a few...
That's the object. You don't want to just get to the park and go, okay, well, I can't go any farther.
Right.
Somebody will help.
Yes, somebody will help. We've got some volunteers for that. And like I said, they'll help the people get up there. And we do have a few buses, little buses coming out with people from assisted living or senior living.
Nice.
So they can come out. They don't have to drive out. And so that sounds like a fun time too for all the people we've talked to. Some of the older people, they just can't wait to get out here.
Oh, I bet.
And for the younger people, what an educational experience. This education center that gets set up, the truck folds up on the sides into an educational museum, per se. Everything you wanted to know about Vietnam is in that trailer. It's got photos of local KIAs, it's got videos, it's got artifacts, and there are 2 Washington young men that'll come out and do a seminar and then take you to the wall and explain everything.
Wow.
So you don't even have to set up a tour. Like every 30, 45 minutes or so, they'll do a seminar. So it's very educational. A lot of young kids don't know much about this.
Exactly.
So that's one nice thing. We're talking about the football team and soccer team and Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. They're going to see this and not believe it.
Well, exactly. To them,
Yep.
they don't know.
Didn't
They weren't
exist.
here.
Nope. So it's going to be very educational.
Very nice. And I know it took you a while to get it here,
It did.
and we really appreciate all of your effort.
We did it was a 4-year plan to get it here for a number of reasons. Their scheduling, their routes, I understand all that, and they had to fit in with the weeks that we could have it here during the summer and fall. So we were just really happy when we heard it was coming. And the people have been, I hate to use the word strict, but they are very strict, but the friendliest people in the world. We're good friends with all these people in Washington now.
That is
So,
really nice.
it's-
Well, I can understand that. I mean, you want it to stand for what it stands for, and that's a memorial.
And you think about it, if you took this wall to 6 different cities with different backgrounds and different areas without rules, it would be chaos.
Exactly.
They want this to be just like Washington, where you see the wall and hear nothing. So they're very strict on this, and I don't blame them one bit.
Very nice.
Everything's working out
Very
well.
nice. Well, thank you very much. Is there anything that you can think of that we might have forgotten to run over?
No, opening ceremonies at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning. We'll have a couple of singers here. We'll have a priest do a prayer. We've got a really good speaker coming. He's done this at a couple other walls, and he's going to do a great job of speaking. I'll probably mumble through the opening, but I'll get it done. And no, it's going to work out fine. I think we've got everything pretty well covered. 2:00 p.m. on Sunday, there'll be at 1:45 actually, there'll be a closing ceremony that won't take long at all. And then they're packing up again with 4 or 5 hours of pack up, and then they're headed for Butte, Montana. So we're just very fortunate, very honored for that wall to be here.
Exactly.
Once in a lifetime for Hutchinson.
True.
Okay?
So hopefully everybody can make it out. I want to say thank you again, and thank you for everybody helping that's behind you.
We've got a great cast behind us. I know that. Thank you so much.